führen, das ist unser Weg.
But the challenge, we have tons of challenges. You can believe that, right? I mean, that's no question. Everyone somehow gets into contact with laser-driven fusion. The problem I'm bringing here to the table today is about beam pointing and control at scale. We all know we have beam stabilization systems, targeting systems, small in size, but everything in fusion is a bit bigger. And that is an unsolved engineering frontier in high repetition rate lasers and high energy lasers. And to come to the first challenge, I brought two. It's fast and precise mirror motion. We're talking of meter-sized optics. We need to have them in a 10 hertz speed repositioning rate, and we need to achieve accuracy below microradians to hit our targets. So I'm talking about a closed-loop pointing system, including diagnostics, measuring actual beam positions and determine where they need to go and hit the target, closed-loop control, acting and allocating the position of the beam within micro, rad, and precision, and to avoid drift and disturbances. It's really like there's no commercial system available on the market, and if some company here in the room is up for the challenge or maybe team up with others, we would be really happy. And that would go into fusion power plants and be talking thousands of units, just to put it in a little frame. I have 40 seconds left. When I come to my second challenge, that is beam dumps and shutters at fusion scale. Today, we need something like 350 millimeters in beam size. That means the beam dump needs an aperture of around about half a meter, 500 millimeters, a shutter speed of 10 hertz, sub 100 microseconds, full interlock and fail-safe logic. What's available today is either large and slow, or it's fast and small in aperture. So speed and aperture scale inversely, and there's no existing shutter that operates at relevant scales for fusion. Maybe some companies here who wants to work on that. And yeah, with that, I think I'm done.
Good. If you can just go back to the previous slide, please, where you had two problems on one slide. If you just go back. I'll help you with the little red one over here.
No, you know words.
No. I have the same frustration. I feel like, why? And then they say, like, so let's just go back to this slide. Perfect. Let's stay over here. We only have
challenge two.
challenge. Let's go one by one. You have two, so let's start with challenge one. Put the lights on, please. Again, creativity, questions, whatever. We have over here, Sana, please.
Hi. So in challenge number one, I wonder if there is a reason why you use 1 meter aperture instead of an array of mirrors. Because then it will be easier to place, it's easier to control.
No, it's the wavefront. Are we talking the beam lines on target? On target, you will have the megajoules. So a single laser will operate maybe around about 10 kilojoules, delivering hundreds of those on target, and each beam line has sizes up to meter scale. And then you combine
correct with an array of mirrors. That's for example.
Yeah, it's a wavefront. It's a wavefront problem. I mean, you need to focus down to 10 micrometers.
Other question. Yes, over there, please. Wait, because we cannot hear from the phone.
How much do you need to tilt? Because you just talk about the accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends a bit how far the light source is away from your target, right? In the end, you have microradians pointing stability. So I think you lie closely and then you correct. But I mean, doing that with piezo's and heavy mirrors might be another challenge for other providers.
So our company makes stuff like that, but just 10 times smaller. So
yeah, but
we
I mean, it's similar for the lasers, right? We do them now just 10 times smaller. It's all 50 times at the moment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Please, questions, clarifications, suggestions of ideas at the top. Axel?
Thank you. Very interesting. We have some experience in the kilowatt range with femtosecond laser, and we developed some closed-loop systems for this kind of system. And if we add merge the experience of the space technology company like Amos in Liège, one part of the space center of European Space Center, perhaps we can find a solution for the mirrors. I will be also interested for the challenge number 2, because we manufacture our own shutter for beam dump for high power femtosecond laser.
Great. Let's just talk later.
And I like again you're involving another organization. So Axel is a CEO award from LASEA from last year, and so he's based in Liège. They have the space center over there. So it's nice again. Maybe somebody else who you know could be part of the solution. Other question, comments, suggestions. Is there anybody who you think we should reach out after this meeting who could be part of that solution? So we had some comments, yes, or that. And please keep it in mind. You know, when you wake up tomorrow, say, "Oh, I have to contact Jan or Carlos." No.
So regarding the end of it, the thermal drift, there's a startup that I'm mentoring called NeverDrift that actually work with semiconductor systems where they do thermal drift correction. That's what they do, and they're pretty agnostic how it's done mechanically, but their algorithms that's been developed for the last 10 years is just about this.
Perfect.
Yeah, and they're gonna change the name from NeverDrift. So Google now
NeverDrift.
before they change it.
So maybe because it's hard for us to take the notes now, please come and give your business card and repeat that afterwards during the conference. Okay, anything else? For now, for later. What about the
What's on the upper right side is my colleague back in the day in Texas Petawatt to give you a little bit an idea of the size we're talking. And he's a big guy. Oh, you know.
Yeah, but okay, just to check on the challenge too, there were any other questions or comments? Because as I said, I will follow up with you afterwards. I want to check, offline, but it's always a good chance for the people to ask questions so that you understand it, so that afterwards you can check with some other people if they would be able to help. Are there any other questions? Yes, Marcus?
Yeah, just a quick one for the challenge too. What is the volume that you offer for such a unit? How big can it be?
The volume of shutters and etc.
Yeah, I mean, the beam down
there will be
powers
thousands.
will be big.
Thousands. You will need them everywhere. I mean, shutters, fail-safe.
Not the number of manufacturing. That's the volume in square millimeters, centimeters, or cubic meters that you allow for such a unit. How big can it be in the whole system?
Yeah, it's a good question. How you compactify then the whole final fusion power plant, right? Maybe you start with a big thing, and then you work on making smaller. I think. I would assume it's like double the length of the beam you want to block plus 20%. I would assume in the first place.
Okay.
Moving in a shutter. Beam
Yeah.
dumps. I mean, we're working on it, but it's difficult. If you assume 10 kilojoules, 10 hertz, that's a 100 kilowatt laser, right?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, anything else? Yes, Martinez?
A stupid question. Maybe you don't really need beam dump or shutters if you can do control electronics where things starts at higher, reliability.
Absolutely. That's what we do. But if you have a SHE stage in your setup, converting everything to 500 nanometers, you still need to dump the fundamental. And yeah, okay. But in the end, we have little shutters wherever possible. Electronic, mechanical shutters, fail-safe is.
But thank you for that, Martinez. Again, it's good for clarification. Any other comment, question?
Here.
Yes.
Probably it's an open door. Have you considered talking to ASML? These guys make very accurate, very big machines.
Not with this challenge. Generally, yes, but it's good idea.
Good idea. I think there's a guy who was quite good in technology who just retired. Maybe he's a bit bored now after a year.
Yeah, that is, if you have that connection for me, for all of these retired guys.
No, but it's true, Martin says, enough of this. But I guess, but Martin van den Brink is true. Yeah, he's now retired.
We should do that and add the list of people I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a good idea. Again, looking at other sectors, similar issues, please. Yeah.
Jan,
Yeah.
so one of the ideas I have with the beam dump is, did you talk to CERN?
For CERN?
To CERN or DZ?
I mean, DZ, we have close cooperation.
Yes.
CERN, we didn't talk to. DZ is huge, as you know. I mean,
Yeah.
3,500 people. It depends what part of DZ you're talking to.
I mean, shutters and beam dumps is something that particle physics always has.
Yeah.
So think about
Yeah,
it.
sure.
I really like that idea also here, Sana, of looking at other sectors. This is why you have people from defense, from medical, from alcohol. So,
In terms of pointing stability, you also see the dual use in defense. I mean, it might be something where
I was hesitant to mention this scientific center, but since you spoke on CERN, and you have 1 meter diameter mirror, maybe you know about the LIGO experiments. They also have this
we have
extra
also contact with LIGO, yes.
All right.
Okay, but thank you for suggesting again. Anything else? If that is not the case again, thank you very much, and I will follow up with you. I know it's a complex issue, but obviously, let me invite our next speaker, Sana. Sana can join us on stage. So Sana, which is working at the Technology Innovation Institute in Abu Dhabi. And now it's another example. Again, I'm testing. Now it's different. If we can reset the timer, please. Now we're testing a shopping list. Okay, it's not a problem. Please join us on stage. It's a shopping list. She's going to give an introduction of the Technology Innovation Institute. By the way, they hosted the most nice epic event, which I was not even there. I was so jealous. It was just great and fantastic. And Lydia was there, but I wasn't there. Anyway, you hosted us very nicely. So Floris, you'll give us a short introduction, but really focus on what is it that you would like to buy if somebody in the room here can help you. Please. I remember my little commission on the way.
Maybe you don't know, or maybe you know, I used to be part of EPIC in the back. So Carlos is my former boss. I'll try. Carlos is my former boss. I would like to obey as much as I
and that's
can
why she left.
to the limit of my And thank you for this organization also, Nereka, also hi, all the people who organize. Fantastic. So I need to make a smaller introduction because a lot of people don't know the ecosystem in the scientific ecosystem in Abu Dhabi. It's not changing. Voila. So I come from TII. This is part of the Advanced Technology Research Council. The idea in Abu Dhabi is to, or in the UAE in general, is to change the economy from focused on tourism and oil and gas to technology, to exporting technologies as well. So they invested heavily in creating this Advanced Technology Research Council, financed directly by the government of Abu Dhabi, and it has 3 subsidiaries. I come from TII. That's the core of research and development. This is not scientific institute. This is a technology